Welcome back, everyone. I'm here with Celine, who is the flight test or the lead flight test pilot for the H55. Celine, tell everyone about yourself.
Oh, thank you. So I'm super happy to be with you here at Sun and Fun under this incredible weather. But yes, I'm Celine Bonnefous. I'm the lead flight test engineer for H55 for 2.5 years now. And I joined the company right after my aerospace master degree at Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, exactly.
Way to go.
So not so far from here.
Nope.
And then I moved to Switzerland because I'm Swiss.
Yep.
And I joined that company willing to be involved into next generation of aircrafts and electric aircrafts, of course.
Right. And then, so talk about the track on that is obviously you got out of university, you went into working for H55 for the testing, but you had to go and basically learn how to fly all of these planes, correct?
Exactly. So I joined H55 first as a test engineer, but then I learned more about flight tests thanks to a different course, a different license. It's called LFT Cat 2, and I completed this training at the Euro Flight Test School thanks to H55 because they sponsored me to join that school. They really promoted me as a young pilot and women in aviation to join that school, complete this training, and then I came back to work having tested and flown more than 15 different types of aircrafts, and I was fully trained to start the flight test campaigns on our B-23 Energet. So right after the first flight, so first planning all the tests and then planning in the first flight with our flight test pilot, and after that joining him in the cockpit and directing all the tests for envelope opening, but also for performance testing, all the way to our last flight test phase, which is opening the aircraft for customers' demonstration, bringing passengers, because we want you guys to be able to try this because it's amazing. You have to try it out.
You can't buy it if you can't test drive it, right?
Exactly.
So how many hours roughly have you got flying the H55?
So our second prototype aircraft, because we have two at home, has more than 70 hours of operation. So you have to imagine that all the system has been running for all these hours, and I've been around for the full time because I joined the company when we were finishing the integration of all the system. So I was there since he started being operated.
Well, that's absolutely amazing. So what's next? What's for the future?
The future for us is to complete a great US tour for the next 5 months. We're starting here in Florida, and then we'll go all the way through many steps. So you can all guys follow us on our microbit site for that, and we'll keep you all posted on what we're doing in the US, visiting many different locations and also other air shows. After that, we'll bring the aircraft back to Europe, and at home in Switzerland, our team, the rest of the company, is working hard to finish the certified product, because our main target is to certify our EPS, electric propulsion system, pretty soon, for this aircraft to be certified as soon as possible, and for all of you guys to be able to have one at home and fly it, because it's really an amazing experience.
That's amazing. Well, I'll actually probably be seeing you when you bring it up to Apopka.
Of course.
Maybe I'll be doing the test flight with you.
That would be great. That would be a pleasure.
Celine, it was a true pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on the new heights.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Marcus. Marcus is the chief test pilot for H55 and Bristol, is that correct?
H55.
H55 primarily. Okay, so tell me, what did it look like for testing this, for flight testing and building out this program?
I mean, we choose this airplane to test our propulsion technology.
Right.
That consists of a battery management system, the motor controller, and the motor.
Okay. How much different is it from testing, a conventional engine to testing the electric side of things? Is there much of a difference? Is there any nuances to it?
It's different in a way that the technology is different. There's also not a lot lot of requirements at the beginning to start with. It's developing now. So we get certification requirements now for electric airplanes and battery systems. But at the very beginning, we started with what we thought would be considered as an adequate level of safety and requirements. And we built the first prototype according to this with off-the-shelf industrial equipment for the engine. Okay. And then also with some of the other things, and the rest we had to develop.
Okay. So as far as the actual run-up, I guess, is not really the run-up, but is there a strong power curve? I used to drive a Tesla at one point, for instance, so I understand the torque curve is very immediate. Is that very similar with this, or did you have to be more careful with how you can introduce all of that torque?
Yeah, it's different to operate, and this is what I see also when we do introduction with pilots who have never flown electric airplanes. Okay. So in a way, it's much more like flying a turbine airplane. Okay. So it's more quiet. You don't feel vibrations. You don't feel that noise, and you don't have a very good sensation about RPMs or power supply. So you have to look much more at your instruments. Okay. Similar like on a turbine airplane, where you also have not that immediate feedback on engines, engine power settings. Then the other thing is, I mean, it's regulated, so I mean, all the handling is carefree. Okay. So you could advance power as much as you want, reduce with chops. The engine doesn't really care. Right. It's a FedEx type of operation. Okay. That's one of the things. The other thing is, the RPM response is instantly, and then you have to look at your power.
Was there any real modification that needed to happen as far as being able to get the battery sets in, or was it, a relatively easy transition for them to be able to put the battery and the motor inside of here?
Yeah, we had to modify quite a bit in front of the firewall. Okay. Obviously, we removed the complete engine mount for the Rotax engine, and then we had to build our own engine mount for the electric motor. Right. And then right behind is the electronics to control that. And then it's a matter of CG and space where you place the rest of the components. Yep. So technically, we tried to have a left and a right-hand battery and the wings. So that's only partially true because we still had space and we needed weight in the front of the airplane. So our left-hand battery is partially in the wing, but there's also part of it in the nose, and the same is true for the right side. And the wings, obviously, they also have to be modified. We don't need the fuel tanks, but we need mountings for the batteries.
Okay. And then what's the longest flight that you've done in one of these so far then?
The longest flight in this one, I think, is 1 hour 15 minutes plus a little bit of a reserve.
And did you get more in the one that was previous? Because that one's just, you basically built two at this point, right? One that's got the most hours on, that one's kind of been retired. And then this one.
The previous one has flown a lot more because it was longer in operation. Right. This one is the one that has a slightly higher battery capacity, and also the engine is more optimized. So this one has a longer flight time.
Kind of like the Gen 2, if you would. Generation 2.
We learned from the first one, and we tried to optimize it. Also, thermal management on this one is much better.
Yeah, all growth plans, right?
Yeah, the first, that's the other thing on electric. What you learn very early is thermal management of components is really critical.
Oh yeah, thermal management, number one concern, right?
Yeah, so not so much on the batteries because we don't load them this high as some other applications like eVTOLs. Right. But at the end, I mean, everything is liquid cooled. The motor is liquid cooled. The electronics is liquid cooled, and you have to get these things right. You need pumps, you need heat exchanger. Yeah.
Well, that's very interesting. I really appreciate it, Marcus. Thank you very much. And
Thank you very much.
I look forward to seeing you up in a Popka.
Yeah. See you in the cockpit, and that's fine.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.